So welcome back to the channel. I kind of wanted to do this very informal way of introducing this video. The reason why I did that is because I want to share with you guys, the people that watch me journaling, digital planning, watch me behind the scenes of my small business. I kind of wanted to show and talk about the things I'm going to do to grow my business in 2024. So that's something you want to listen to. You want to hear me talk about and go over my 2024 business goals, then just keep watching. All right, let's get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Whatever. So first thing I'm going to do to grow my business in 2024 is, number one, for everything, is be consistent. I've been on this platform for 3+ years, and it still hasn't grown to the level that I wanted it to. I mean, I've pivoted a few times, and as far as what content I was making, I've kind of been at the same kind of content for about a year-ish into 2. So most of my watched content, or the content that gets the most views, are the more discoverable bits where I was doing more tech, how-tos, educational videos. Then comes in second place my digital planning. Anytime I do a plan with me, it gets, you know, a lot of views as well. My least views obviously is my studio vlogs, or vlogs in general, because of course nobody knows me from Adam, so what do they care about my studio? So in 2024 I'm going to still do studio vlogs, but I'm going to do them once a month. Kind of, mostly it's a studio vlog, but it's mostly going to be a shop update. My life and my shop is not that interesting to be filming a studio vlog every single week. Maybe when I get there and my whole entire life revolves around the studio and my shop, then maybe yes, I'll do more of those. But for now, I'm going to stick to more discoverable content, meaning I'm still going to talk about small business. I'm going to talk about the tech systems that I use. I'm definitely going to talk about productivity, which is my #1 favorite thing to talk about. So I'm going to show systems like Notion. So I'm going to walk you through a Notion. I have something really great planned for all of you Notion lovers. I'm going to create a from kind of scratch template for all of you guys that's going to be everything that I use. So I'm going to walk you through my setup first, and then I'm going to create something like that for you. So once the video comes out, the template will be out as well. So that's why I'm holding off on filming that, because I would definitely want to have it ready and have it make sense. So it's not going to be super aesthetic with all these pictures and things. You can add that yourself. It's going to be more so functional. I'm going to incorporate Tiago's second brain. I'm going to incorporate goal tracking and things like that, but it's going to be kind of business slash life slash everything all in one. And I'm also going to show you how to link it to your digital planner in GoodNotes. So stay tuned for that. So that's one way I'm going to grow my channel. It's just making more discoverable content, how-tos in Notion, how to plan for releases, how to start up a Patreon community, anything related to business, but also that people can use, like the way I was doing back when I started the channel. 2 is I'm going to offer more products in my store, and in order to do that I do have to get ready for it. Let me give you a piece of advice, and this comes from the manifesting world more so than anything. So I've kind of picked up those manifesting, not rituals, I don't want to say rituals because it sounds kind of woo, but those manifesting philosophies. One of the many manifesting philosophies is to act as if.
As if.
Right? So if you act small, you stay small. If you act big, your brain will trick you into believing you are big, and so therefore you're big. Well, you know, you get it. If you know how to manifest, if you've heard about manifesting, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not going to dive into that. But I took that philosophy into my business, and I want you to do the same. So if you are growing your business, whether you're a content creator, whether you have a small business like I do, whether you have both, whatever the case is, I want you to act as if you're already big. And acting as if I'm already big, meaning that I need to up the products that I'm offering at the moment. I can't think of the mentality of, oh, I'm only getting 3 orders a week, So why would I add more products? Let me wait until all of these are gone and then add in new products. No, I cannot think that. I have to think as if my store is already big, it's already getting 10 to 15 orders a week, 10 to 15 orders a day, and act as if. And acting as if to me means actually acting as if, so taking action on that. So part of acting as if for me and for my business is to obviously create more product, but also have the things ready. Right now I am not capable. If my business blows up overnight, and I'm talking about like super blow up, I'm getting like 50 orders in one day, I'm not equipped to handle that. So I need to make sure that I act as if that's gonna happen or that's already happening. There you go. Switch that mindset. Let's go. I'm going to act as I'm already getting 50 orders, and so I have to make sure that I prepare every single day to package 50 orders a day. And right now I'm acting as if I get 3 orders a week. And if I want to reach that level, I can't let it one come to me by surprise. I need to be actually ready. So I need to have all of my supplies, all of my setups correct. So I'm just going to go through into my website, kind of fix shipping profiles and make sure all of that is good for when that happens. So that's acting as if. You get it. So I'm going to be creating some new products for the store. I want all of my products for now, for the time being, to be evergreen products. Like I don't want to just focus on seasonal launches, because I don't want to keep launching. I want to create commercials around my products. This is something that I want you to do as well. When you do your research, take inspiration from. Don't steal ideas, take inspiration from. So because I want to be a stationery store, I have to take inspiration from stationery shops. And I'm not talking about small businesses like myself. I'm talking about the big stationery conglomerates like Papier, I forgot, the Paper Source, I think is one of them, and kind of see how they put their products together as far as marketing is concerned, and how they implement little commercials in their Instagram reels wherever I want to grow, and kind of play on that and infuse obviously my products and my personality into the marketing strategy. So that's one thing I'm going to do, and I suggest that you do the same if you're looking to grow your stationery shop, sticker business, whatever have you, is to really study your, not so much your competition, well yeah, study your competition, but take inspiration from and kind of, you know, tweak it to your own business and your style and your community and your aesthetic and all of that. So because of that, my focus this year is YouTube, to grow my YouTube channel, to make sure I do more educational videos, kind of work on my content pillars, and then kind of slide out of the short form realm, trying to grow my Instagram, but make it more so Chloe George Designs. The page is more of a place that you can go to for planner layout inspiration, like how it started, but also have a showcase of our products, if you will. And then Creatively Chloe, which is my main IG, will have all the behind the scenes and just fun stuff about me, pretty much the behind the scenes of what you don't see on this very tapered channel. Another way that I'm going to grow my business is to grow my community. So I want to grow my email list. I have about 1,600 people on my email list now.
Again, email.
I want to grow that. I want to grow my inspirational channel on my Instagram, which is that DM kind of Instagram channel where you build community with the people that are following you. And I want to grow that. I want to grow my email list. I want to grow my channel. I want to grow my YouTube channel, obviously. And so I want to grow my community on Instagram. I want to grow the community base on Instagram as well, but I also want to grow the YouTube community of like-minded individuals, creative entrepreneurs, small business owners, digital planners, all of that here on this platform. And I'm also want to grow my community memberships, which is where people pay to get little releases and extra goodies and things like that. And I'm going to be starting within the next month-ish, I'm going to be starting a Happy Mail Patreon.
It's a lot of information to get in 30 seconds.
So this is going to be different from the memberships that I offer already on my website. This is going to be just exclusively on the Patreon application and using their platform. And the reason why I did that is because it's, when it comes to Patreon and YouTube, it's a lot more known than bringing you outside and going into something like Geneva, which is where I'm hosting my other 2 memberships. This is the weirdest and most overcast day ever. So kind of switched your position because the sun, the mirror was getting on my nerves. Anyway, so what was I saying? Okay, so growing this communities. So growing communities is my next goal and the way I'm going to grow my business. So part of growing my community is growing my YouTube channel community. And because of this, I'm going back to my word of the year that I mentioned at the top of this video, which is consistency, being consistent. That word, consistency. There you go. And in going back to being consistent, I want to make sure that I give you at least 1 video a week. Sometimes it could be 2, and that I create that community. Make sure that I respond to all the comments, respond to my Instagram posts as well. Sometimes it takes me forever, or I come back 50 years later to respond and the person's like forgotten about me type thing. And so I want to make sure that I stay on top of that in order to build community. I also want to, if you do have a specific question on business, I want to make sure I do Q&As. I want to make sure that if there's a tutorial that you specifically need as a follower of mine, that I answer that in a 5-minute Fridays like I used to do back then. I used to answer people's comments or questions about a specific platform that I was using, or how to use it, or how to set it up, in a 5-minute Friday video. There will be here and there, you know, scattered, but I want to bring that back because of course I was able to help out people, but also it's part of my nature to be educational and to help others out. Another way that I'm going to grow my business in 2024 is to also, going back to being consistent and filming more, is to create a space that I can film easily, turn it on. The perfect word for this, or the perfect phrase, is to eliminate barriers. So when I took a look at what was stopping me from creating videos, was not having a proper place to create quickly. So what I mean by that is 2024, the plan was to move out into a bigger space where I can have a dedicated office space. And so because of personal reasons, I wasn't able to make that move.
Because we're poor?
I didn't want that to stop me. We can all decide something to stop us when we reach roadblocks, and I didn't want that to stop me in reaching the goals I wanted to reach in 2024. So I ended up having to rework the spaces that I currently have. So as you can see behind me, I've created in my room, in my bedroom, this is my bed over here, I've created a space where I can quickly come here and record videos. This thing is this is the mount to where I place my camera for when I'm filming overhead. I've created this longer desk to where I can put my filming equipment, set up when I'm doing my digital planning or journaling quickly. I can pretty much sit down here, put on the camera on the tripod, put it on the mount, turn my lights on, and start my recording process. So it creates less friction into when I need to record. So that was super important for me in 2024 in order to be consistent. Just remove those barriers, remove that friction that comes from recording. Another thing with removing barriers is that in my Notion, under the YouTube video template, I've added kind of like this small checklist to where everything that I need to do before I film a video has to be checked off depending on the type of video. So if I'm doing an overhead, all I need really is to turn on the lights, put the camera on, XYZ. But when I'm doing sit down videos like this, I have a checklist where I'm like, you know, check here your nostrils, make sure you don't have any boogers, check your face, your hair, fluff it up if you need to. If you're gonna wear makeup, you know, one of the little things that says, are you wearing makeup? Are you going to wear makeup in this video? Yeah, just a quick checklist that I can go through real quick. I'm like, okay, this is done, let me check this, let me check that, and now let me sit down and record. So I kind of wanted to make sure that every single time I have one of those videos to record, that I have my little checklist to go along with it, so it makes it that much easier to just sit down and actually film without that, again, that barrier. And my last way I'm gonna grow my business is to write more blogs. Yes, blogs are not dead, as many believe. It's not dead, it's never been dead. As a matter of fact, my spike in traffic from the last 2 weeks has been a blog post I wrote, was it last year? It was last year. So it was creating the 12-week plan, which there's a video on it on this channel. I might have unlisted it, but I'll leave the blog post below. It's really that, just going through the book and creating a 12-week plan, which is one of my blog posts, again, that has brought me a lot of traffic. And so I need to create more blog posts, and in creating more blog posts I can then pin. Right now my Pinterest pins are in the 4,000 monthly views, but it's gotten as high as 30,000 monthly views. So it just depends on what I'm pinning, and I have to make sure that I continue my weekly Pinterest buildings, which is something that I've scheduled every single Friday for an hour. I just pin. And in order to pin, I don't want to pin the same things over and over again. So I need to get on the ball and make sure that I write more blogs, more newsletters, create community, and all of that. So let's wrap all of that stuff up into what I'm going to do to grow my business in 2024, which is, one, remain consistent, be consistent. And mostly I'm going to focus on YouTube. So Instagram and everything else on my short form content will be secondary. I'm really going to focus on building community on YouTube and my Instagram channel, which I mentioned. Two, I'm going to act as if my business has already blown up. So I need to act as if, make sure that I am ready for 50 plus, 100 plus orders a day. And in the vein of growing my YouTube channel, I want to make sure that I focus on more discoverable content for now in order to grow the channel as well. 3 or 4, I don't remember what number I'm on, but make sure that I make more discoverable content that can lead more people to my website. And just lastly, I think this is lastly, if I missed something, I'm so sorry, but make sure that I create blogs and build community on Pinterest to drive traffic to my website. And then they'll be able to view my other blogs, view my products, and all of that good stuff. Because like I mentioned before, I did have traffic spikes from a blog post that I did a year ago. Well, that's it for me. That's my plan for 2024. I share this so that you can help me be accountable, but that I can look back at this and be like, oh yeah, I said I was gonna do that. Let me make sure that I do that. So if you're interested in seeing just the Notion templates, my Notion setup, productivity, digital planning, paper journaling, commonplace books, all of that good stuff, and the behind the scenes of my small business, stay tuned to this channel. Make sure that you subscribe, share it with a friend who might be interested as well, and leave a lovely comment so that, you know, YouTube recognizes my channel, pushes it out to more people. So I really want to thank you all for sticking with me through the years, my changes back and forth, this and that, and that you're still rocking out with me. If you want to check out that 12-week year plan video and blog post, again, I'm going to have the blog post below, but I'm going to add the video actually right here. So just click on it, go on and watch it, and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.